Hello, Assalamu alaikum everybody. Hope you're all safe, sound, and healthy. And today is the 14th of December 2024, and the year is already ending. This year, just like the last year, and the year before that, has just flown by us. Seriously. And despite the fact that they just flew by, so many crazy things happened. I mean, such ridonkulous things have been happening for these past few odd years, as we know. But this year especially takes the cake because not only do we have our illegal government and the blistering army right up our asses, so to speak, but now they're actually going to tell us who to get married to and who to get divorced from. Isn't that awesome? So that is the level of dictatorship that they want to tell us who we should get married to, right? I mean, who's to stop them from doing that to us? They're actually trying to tell Imran Khan that he needs to divorce his wife. Like, did you give birth to either of them? Are you their mother-in-law? Are you their father-in-law? I mean, who the motherfuck are you to tell somebody who you have no relationship with whatsoever that he should divorce his wife? Oh, why? Because his wife is very loyal. She cannot be bought. She went to prison for him, with him. When she came out, she followed his instructions to a T so that she could go back and tell him exactly what the traitors within his party are doing and what the government and the army have been doing and who has been trying to sabotage all the movement of the people against the government and the army. So yeah, you need to divorce her. I mean, seriously? Okay, here's a thought. Mariam Nawaz, you've been separated from your husband for God knows how long. You've been living with your father. You've been, living on our money, basically, because your father is a beggar who's been living on our money for eons. So obviously all his kids are going to be doing the same, and their kids. So why don't you get a divorce, actually? Yeah. Because you claim that you're still with your husband, although to the whole of Pakistan, you're practically divorced. So if you are not divorced and just separated, do us all a favor. You go get a divorce. And Asim Munir, why don't you get a divorce too if you're married? Which you probably are, because motherfuckers like you, the first things you do in life is get married, isn't it? Before you do anything. In fact, let's just take it up a notch. I think you know who really needs to get a divorce? Your parents. Because why and how the fuck did they give birth to a motherfucker like you? Seriously. I think you are actually I think there's doubts as to how you were born, and based on those doubts alone, I think your parents need to get a divorce. How about that? It's no biggie, no biggie. You get a divorce, we'll all get a divorce. Everybody and anybody who's married. How about that? Huh? Let's just have a deal on that. Motherfucker. Yeah. As if that wasn't, and who was their mouthpiece to, get this message out? Faisal Vauda, whose name is as unpronounceable as is the features on his face. You literally cannot, figure out what the fuck is on his face. He is just so weird. And his name is equally unpronounceable that everybody has tried everything on earth to be able to pronounce his last name. If anybody needs to get divorced, it's him. And his parents again, who gave birth to such an asshole. Another ridiculous thing is Shahid Afridi, who seems to just pop up every now and then. Listen, you've got girls, right? Do you honestly think you want your girls to live in such a society that you are endorsing? You want your girls to live in a society of dictatorship, of enslavement? You, a cricketer who earned respect mainly because you spoke out about how, for political reasons, you people were being manipulated and they tried to use you to match fix, right? Remember that? When you were very vocal about how, you know, bigwigs were manipulating your games and trying to tell you to throw the match. Remember that? I think, as far as I'm concerned, maybe people have forgotten when exactly you earned respect, but I remember that this was the very point. And then now you're going and popping up every now and then, randomly endorsing dictatorship and endorsing an illegal government, endorsing the same people who you had a problem with as a cricketer because they were interfering with cricket. So it's okay now for them to interfere with your daily lives. Don't worry, tomorrow they'll lay down a law where they're going to dictate who your daughters are going to get married to and how long that marriage is going to last. I'm sure you're going to love that life. This reform, so-called constitutional amendment or reform or whatever the fuck it is that they like to call it, that they have just, produced out of their asses, that there will be no gatherings, there will be no protests, there will be no this, there will be no that, who's to say they will soon add a clause saying nobody can get married unless their spouses are vetted by the government of Pakistan and Asim Munir himself? Yeah? How about that? Absolutely ridiculous. Now, here's another ridiculous thing. The people of Pakistan who are sitting in their homes grumbling, yeah, why don't you go out and set them on fire? What the fuck makes you people think that you still have all the time in the world to strategize over how to stage protests? Why are you still looking to stage protests behind a political leadership? I've said it a million times. The reason why you people fail miserably again and again is because you're literally waiting for somebody to tell you when to come out. I've said this 1,000 times. Right now, forget Imran Khan, forget everybody, forget everything. Okay, come out on your own. Do not listen to Imran Khan even if he stops you. Do not listen to anybody who stops you. Come out. Because as I've said before, a gazillion times, the reason why this whole thing is happening is because Imran Khan made the stupid decision of stopping the people of Pakistan from coming out of their homes when they actually came out of their own accord when he was being illegally arrested. The Pakistanis came out for the first time in history of their own accord, without any leader calling them out, without any political party asking for them to come out. And what did Imran Khan do? He broke the momentum. He stopped them because he feared that there would be heavy conflict and that people would be injured. Well, guess what? That wouldn't have happened because by then nobody was actually prepared. But what you did was give time to the illegal government and the army to prepare themselves. You gave them leverage. You gave them a huge advantage. And this is why they're doing all of this to us. Because now they are scared that now again, if we are given the chance, we will do this and more to them. So they decided to do this to us first. And I'm sorry, but Imran Khan is to be blamed 100% for this. He should not have stopped the people of Pakistan from coming out of their own accord. This was their own decision. He should have kept quiet and let them do whatever it is that they wanted to do. He should not have come in between them and the illegal government, the army. It was a stupid, stupid decision. Well, talking about stupids, the Americans that are screaming blue murder about Trump, because they feel that him saying that he's going to stop the war is not going to be enough. Listen, first of all, as I've said before, it doesn't matter if it is Biden or Trump, they're both as bad as each other, okay? They're both bad for the world. Any American president is bad for the world who is brought in by the Jewish lobby. Trump may try to go rogue again. If he goes rogue, it will actually be a very good thing for both America and the whole world. But I doubt that this time he'll be allowed to go rogue, to be honest. In fact, I hope that he would actually do what he's saying. And I hope that he would actually dig out the rot from within the American establishment, because that would at least ease their grip on the rest of the world. Because America, as I've said 1,000 times, does not have allies. America has basically been delegated by Britain to restrain and control former colonies, specifically Muslim countries. And for people who are always talking about logic and facts, I have found that the white man is the most superstitious and the most stupid-assed race on earth. That because they fear so much that prediction that's, about how Muslims will gather together, unite, and destroy them. So now they're constantly working to destroy the Muslim world and make sure that they do not gain power, they do not once again rule. When the truth is that if you look at their actual prediction, the prediction states that because the white man is going to wreak havoc on earth and cause disasters all over, that is what will force the Muslim world to unite against them and destroy them. That's the actual complete prediction. So if you really cared about that, if you're so superstitious and so stupid that you would care about that, then you would actually learn not to expedite your destruction by wreaking havoc and causing wars all over the world. Common sense, which isn't common in the Western world or the Eastern world, by the way. Yeah. So I find that extremely ridonkulous that the American establishment, the British establishment, the Europeans, the Israelis are all basically churning out disaster after disaster based on their superstitions and conspiracy theories. It's so weird. Just so weird. They're courting their own demise, is all I can say. This Greater Israel plan that they all seem to get by, what is the Greater Israel plan? Conquering all the Muslim Middle Eastern countries all the way till the Northern African belt. Again, why? Why? Remove all of these myths, all of these superstitions, everything, and you'll find out it's plain greed. Plain greed. Basically, as I've said before, they're running out of resources. They're running out of ways to reign supreme over foreign colonies from whom they are still till date stealing resources. And so they want to grab back full control, which was always in the plan anyway. When England and other European countries, especially France, when they decided to, set their colonies free and give them independence, that was not 100% their intention. They just pretended to back off, only to maintain partial control so that they could one day maintain full control all over again. This was always in the plan. This whole United Nations drama, getting all the countries together, let's form unite. That bullshit is all part of this. Now that is a conspiracy. That is an open secret in the political world and in the journalistic world. The fact that the media is controlled by money, by politicians, by businessmen, by lobbies, it lays waste to the claim that the media is supposed to be, you know, one of the pillars that maintains justice in a society. You know, the media is just a bigger platform, a mouthpiece for governments and establishments to push forward their conspiracies, their myths, their superstitions, their narratives, and that's it. Another very ridiculous thing, thinking of media, here's back to Pakistan's Ridonkulous minister. This is what happens, and obviously, this is why such people are planted in countries like ours so that America can maintain control. And so you have this stupid minister who says, no, sorry, not the ministry, it was actually the parliamentary secretary, Salman something, I think. He actually had the gall to display his full ignorance by standing up in the parliament and saying that, oh, it's a very good thing that we've banned VPN and that we've banned Twitter. I feel that a lot of fake news and a lot of, fake narratives will stop from being spread. Like, hello? VPN is an essential tool to stop people from hacking other people. You do realize that. VPN is a sort of a barrier that helps protect people's devices. It helps protect people's data that's online. It helps protect people who are online while they're online. And you're saying that it is very good that you banned VPN because it's good for security? You're serious, you motherfucker? Like, do you even know what you're saying? Do you even know what you're saying? VPN is now an essential part of any and all antiviruses. You do realize that, right? Every antivirus comes with a VPN. But you're trying to, you're basically just telling the whole world that you, the government, want to keep on hacking people's phones and people's data, And obviously, all those voice phishing and scams and, all those people are obviously, every single person that gets caught, it's found out that the only reason they've been successful so far is because they are literally working under a minister of either Zardari's party or Nawaz Sharif's party, or they are linked to the agencies. So all your criminals are basically linked to your government, and that's why your government is essentially blocking VPN or banning VPN, and that's why they don't want people to have VPN, because how else are they going to scam people out of their money? How else are they going to steal their data, their information, their bank details? Which again, makes one wonder, aren't you already stealing from us anyway in the name of taxes? And when you tamper with banks, you're already stealing so much of our money, but you want another criminal way in the form of voice phishing and in the form of, I mean, isn't data mining more than enough for you people? You're already doing that. What is wrong with you people? You think that you are helping your masters, by preparing the ground for war, preparing the ground to sell Pakistan out to them so that they can come stomp in with their soldiers or use you. I mean, they have you, their slaves, to fight. A lot of the people in various governments all over the world are basically doing stupid things, which you need to understand is for the single cause of them getting ready for war. And that is what you should be doing too. Get ready for a war against your own governments. This is me signing out. Khuda Hafiz.